What is going on, Pacer Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice Pacers. Well, we have some news here from the Indiana Pacers. Actually, I believe it's their first outside free agent signing of this entire free agency so far. So the Indiana Pacers and free agent center James Wiseman agreed to a 2-year contract. Now, Wiseman was a number 2 overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, coming off a season where he played a career high in games, 63 for the Pistons, averaged 7 points and 5.3 rebounds in 17 minutes. So definitely a guy that still is extremely young. He's only 23 years old. Definitely a very talented player as well. Just hasn't, obviously lived up to the hype of being the number 2 overall pick, but a guy that's going to come in and you're going to challenge for some minutes for sure. And a guy that's going to definitely help in the rebound department, which is definitely very, very important as well. So that is definitely something for the Indiana Pacers when you kind of look at it that you think is going to be very helpful for them, because right now, you didn't really know who was going to be that backup center. I mean, you have Isaiah Jackson on the roster right now, but you don't really know right now who is going to for sure be that guy. Obviously, he's going to have to compete for some minutes. We talked about it with the Pacers yesterday, extending Obi Toppin. Like, minutes are very, very hard to come by on this Indiana bench. So, I mean, just another talented guy that's going to compete for some minutes. And I think he's going to have the opportunity to potentially reach that potential that he has with Indiana, right? So I love the fact that the Pacers, I'll never be upset when a team takes a chance on a former high round pick, because there is still that chance, although not like a slam dunk it's going to happen. There still is that chance you can tap into that former reason why he was taken as high as he could and see if you can kind of crack the code there. And like we said, Wiseman, not a bad player. Just he's going to be a role player here with Indiana. He's going to have an opportunity to compete for some minutes. And if he indeed can live up to some of that potential, I see this as a potential low risk, high reward type of thing for Indiana. Now, they don't need Wiseman to come in and be, the former number 2 overall pick. They just need him to provide some quality minutes, in that second bench unit, grab some rebounds, which we know the Pacers really struggled at last season to win the rebound game. So he's a guy that can come in and potentially provide a spark there. And you're really excited to kind of see what potential he can have, what kind of fit it looks like for the Indiana Pacers. I mean, the dude's definitely got some size. He's nearly 7 feet tall. So getting another big body in there, I think is definitely never a bad thing for the Indiana Pacers. And I do think there are some really good things there for them. And I think they have obviously a lot of talent at the guard position. They obviously have a really talented guy in Obi Toppin that's going to come off the bench, a big man, but you kind of wondered that backup center position. That's kind of been a big question mark really since last season. And that was kind of on the list for people talking about free agency needs. Rebounding was definitely a big one, a big guy that can do that. Wiseman certainly fits that bill, and it definitely helps that he has the talent to do so. So can Indiana tap into even more with James Wiseman here in his first season with Indiana? And I like that they have him on a 2-year contract because he's still extremely young. And, if it doesn't work out, it's okay. You still have a ton of guys here. But if it does, could be a potential really high reward type of move here for the Indiana Pacers. So, guys, the Pacers, this is their first move, I said, outside of their own building, right? They've really been just, re-signing a lot of their own guys, but this is kind of the first outside move the Pacers have made this offseason, and I really like it. Nothing crazy. They're not paying him a ton of money, it doesn't seem like, but they're giving him an opportunity here to come in and compete and really help this Pacers bench, really in that rebound department for sure. So, guys, let me know your thoughts overall here on James Wiseman coming to the Indiana Pacers on a 2-year contract. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But, guys, that'll do it for this one. Thanks so much for tuning in. And as always, guys, go Pacers.